I want to tell you a story. Back in the day, I wanted to learn video editing. I was too excited to see the edits made by others. I was wondering if I can do this. I organized my desk, picked up a laptop, and glued myself to the chair, and immersed myself in video editing, convinced that I would be a hero. But reality hit hard. I started learning video editing just like everyone else, and it was brutal. I spent months drowning in endless software tutorials, hour-long, dry technical guides that taught me what every single button did in Premiere Pro, but absolutely nothing. I learned how to cut, how to keyframe, how to render. I did everything the experts told me to do, but my videos still felt dead. Clunky transitions, boring pacing, and worst of all, 0 views. I was stuck in a loop of high effort and 0 reward, staring at a timeline that felt completely empty. I was ready to close the laptop and give up entirely. And right then, at my absolute lowest point, the algorithm threw me a lifeline. I stumbled into a completely different side of YouTube. A channel named Isaac. With only 8 videos on his entire channel, he completely blew up YouTube, pulling in over 200,000 subscribers and 4 million plus views from absolutely nowhere. He didn't just teach editing, he completely hypnotized his audience. He broke down viral scripts, AI voices, and thumbnails. I got completely mesmerized, so I stopped looking at it like a regular viewer. I watched his videos over and over again, studying every frame and analyzing every audio cue. What I found is a weaponized editing blueprint that forces viewers to stay glued to the screen. I realized his hypnotic retention wasn't magic. It was a precise, calculated formula made of 7 core components.
Storytelling, the character, the floating canvas, music, overlays, VFX, SFX.
The community calls this fancy editing, where you combine text, animations, screen recordings, and AI footage into one seamless flow. But it's not just about throwing these elements into your timeline. It's about how they are flawlessly stacked together to hold the viewer's attention. Let's start with the storytelling. Underneath the fast pacing, there is a highly calculated narrative arc. Just look at his video on how to write viral scripts. It didn't just give tips, it was structured like a short film where the target audience was perfectly mapped. Right before a deep lesson begins, there is always a flashback or a background context introduced as to why the next part is coming up. It treats a tutorial like a journey, keeping you hooked from the first second. The character monologue. In this dynamic editing style, a talking character or avatar remains on screen throughout the entire video. The secret lies in continuous motion, simulating a real person standing right in front of you to drive a fast-paced monologue that keeps energy levels high.
Stunning visuals only hold a viewer for 30 seconds. To cross the 2-minute mark, you have to trap their ears while feeding their eyes.
While most creators think retention comes from crazy visual effects, it actually comes from the relationship between the voice and the music. Because of this, the talking never stops.
There are 0 dead spaces, breaths, and every single sentence transitions instantly into the next.
The floating canvas. Isaac strips everything. Bright interfaces, rigid borders, static backgrounds. He uses a solid pitch black background combined with hyper-vibrant glowing asset colors, and your eyes lose all spatial awareness. But here's the real secret. Look closely at how the lines move.
The lines grow from a base, take an organic path, and reach the text. But the line isn't static, it's continuously rippling, feeling fluid and alive. And because the camera layer is locked onto the movement of the line, it creates an illusion. You can't tell if the line is moving across the screen or if the screen is moving with the line. This constant, borderless motion creates a floating sensation, turning a simple graphic into an energetic, almost childishly addictive loop. Music. The soundtrack changes dynamically based on the voice. When the setup is fast, the music roars to build hype. The exact frame the voice slows down to deliver a deep, educational insight. The music ducks out entirely. It is micro-edited to control your heartbeat. Overlays.
These are dynamic neon graphics, textures, and fluid vector lines layered directly onto a pitch black background. These help instantly drive the viewer's focus to key points on the screen. It transforms static information into a living, floating experience, mechanically locking eyes onto the screen.
VFX. The visual effects have one job: absolute momentum. Whether it's a smooth blender animation or a tracking camera shot, the screen never stays still for a single frame. It matches the speed of the talking person, leaving no room for your eyes to wander. Finally, SFX. While the storytelling hooks your brain, the sound design drives the actual retention. By layering subtle whooshes, digital clicks, and organic textures every 1.5 seconds, it mathematically resets the viewer's attention span, forces the brain to stay locked into the loop before it even thinks about clicking away.
You realize the ultimate secret of this style. It isn't about showing off flashy editing tricks. It's about human psychology. It's the art of absolute viewer control, taking complex, valuable information and locking the audience into a flow state where clicking away becomes physically impossible. Understanding the theory is the easy part. Actually engineering this level of editing is the real constraint. I am currently deconstructing the rest of these architectural blueprints, mapping out the hidden sound design layers, the fluid vector workflows, and the exact software chains required to build this system from scratch. If you're interested, follow along. I'll be documenting the assembly process of my own timeline right here. The data is already being compiled. Don't break the loop.
Wishing you happy editing journey.